Welcome. My name's Brian Knight and I live near Melbourne in Australia. And it's just after 5 o'clock in the morning on a Monday for me. Markets are not open except for the crypto market. Just have a look and see what happened last week, what prospective trades may be coming up for this week. And we'll go have a look. So first things first, just share this. So welcome to this live FOREX analysis session. Just note that any trades discussed in this group are to be classed purely as educational only. That's because we're a group of people helping each other and we are not financial advisors. There is a full risk disclosure there, and there is a little bit about us as live session traders. So let me go across on two charts. So what we do here is we trade a relaxed method of trading. Doesn't mean we win every trade, but there are basic sort of parameters that we use here for entering trade, purely mechanical. Right? There is no well, really no emotion into it. It's really just this is what the criteria is. Some of us have different parts to the criteria, but that's okay. Depends on what it is to where we take it. So trades normally are when they're outside of the X48 rail. Normally we have triangle. There's a change of the trend bar and or a short in that sell situation or a long in the buy situation, and we go from there. Welcome. Oh, Thomas is there and Darren. Oh, hello. Rightio. How are you, Darren?
All right, yourself?
Good. Oh, we got kicked out of two trades
Yeah.
at the end of last week, end of the week.
Yeah, those
And
JPYs are giving me
yeah,
a hard time again.
yeah, they're doing their thing, which is hmm. Anyway, that's okay. As I was just saying, it's just purely mechanical. This you're following the rules, and whatever the market does, the market does. So, right. So AUD CAD, again, looking for it to be outside the X48. It's not. You would have had to look back here at 13th of January somewhere, where you'd be looking at green triangle along, and you would have been looking at a trade potentially in that situation. And if you had the new rules at 3/4, you would have profited. It would have came back and probably come back to maybe to break even or something, and you would be at the moment waiting for the price to come to the other side of the X48 to get a sellout. So we'll see, or maybe still in it for the second part. We'll just see how that is working. And it's just really observation of this. ADCHF, all the Swiss francs just sort of tend to sit around the middle. There was some over here back at July last year and August, there was some, extremes. But since then, it basically have just really primarily sat in the middle of the X48. Not want to go too high, not want to go too low. ADJPY. Now, from a purely mechanical perspective, this never had any triangle here. It did get along, but there was no sort of movement, and it's back to this sort of position at this point. It hasn't broken the low at the moment. So no trade there at the moment. There is quite a sort of imbalance sitting up here, but it sort of doesn't want to come back to it yet. There will be its time. No news coming up for either of those. I think it was end of last week. There was the Japanese what do you call it? Anyway, there was some news for it. Obviously, it didn't really dent it too much. It was only a day, and then as it pulled back a
I think it
bit
was
now.
inflation, wasn't it? Inflation news.
Yeah, the inflation news. That's correct. It really didn't rocket that much. The Japanese yen's obviously strong because everything is sort of sliding away and selling on it. So no trade here at this point. AUD, NZD, Aussie dollar weakened off against the New Zealand dollar. Nothing substantial, but it's still just sitting around that middle there. It did look like it was coming out to the outside of the X48, but it's sort of like pulled back to the middle now. And those wicks are actually quite long um, in that movement. Right, AUD and Singapore still around the middle. Nothing there to really talk about. There wasn't any triangle there anyway, so. But that could have been an okay trade, but not with the rules that we have. And with you, Darren, it didn't have anything outside of the rail. All right, I put a pink on this because it was coming close. It's now pulled back itself at the end of the week, which is okay. Let's see what happens when it pushes a little bit further up, maybe this week, because we still have a green trend bar. It hasn't actually really changed since 10th of Feb. So most sort of like second half of Feb. But anyway, we'll see what happens with this. What have we got? Existing home sales, that was all right. There's GDP growth, quarter on quarter. Okay. Oh, it's dropping off. And core, what have we got? Price index. Okay, that's not such a. Anyway, let's see whether that will, for example, strengthen up the US, which will pull it back down, or we'll get it backing it to the rail, give us a red triangle and potentially a sellout. I think it's so with the instability going on in the world at the moment with I don't know, I can only say the crazy person throwing stuff around all over the joint. It's making the market very sort of unpredictable. Well, the market's unpredictable, but
Well, you just don't know what's going to happen next or what he's going to say next, do you? Just
yeah,
it's incredibly erratic.
Yeah, and I think that's what creates erratic sort of responses in the market as well. All right, particularly in relation to US dollar, but it's also Canadian, it's also euro, and so it's the response of other countries and their currencies and the trading sort of market to what's happening. All right, CAD, CHF. I'll say this again, the Swiss francs are all just sitting around the middle, not going to any sort of extremes, and if they do, there's no triangles. So except for back here, which was November sometime. No trade. CAD, JPY. So here's the Japanese yen strengthening up in CAD. Now there was no green here, so that was not a trade to take, and with the sort of strategy, we want to sort of see it come outside these rails and give us a green triangle back up. We'll see. There's this same sort of stuff as the US in relation to CAD. Right, CHF JPY. Now this is skin of teeth stuff.
Yeah, I'm out to this one.
Are you? You got knocked
Yeah.
out. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still slightly in with a large drawdown on it. So my stop loss was just down here.
Mhm.
It'll probably market open and spike, and then that'll be the end of me. But that's okay. That's the way all of this works. There was a green triangle. We did have a change of trend bar. There was a long, and then it just pulled back down. That's just what happens sometimes. Rarely, but it does happen. So, but yeah, all the JPYs are pretty volatile at this point. Right, you're AUD. It was coming down nicely to the side. It pulled up. But I think we'll potentially because the Aussie dollar is not very strong, so that's why this euro has pulled up against it. What do we got here? What federal election?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Is that euro? I've not heard of any euro.
Yeah.
We've
What
got
election?
inflation this
Oh,
week.
that's German. That's the
Oh,
German
Germany.
election.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
today, isn't it? It's now.
yeah. German election, and it's a bit of the far right that's trying to win off. Okay, climate
I
stuff.
think the Conservatives have won the Seine, aren't they? Based on the exit polls. The far
Oh,
right.
so what's
Far right
happening?
agrees. It looks, I think what I read that the Conservative Party, whatever they're called, predicted to win with the far right party coming second.
Oh, right. So the far right didn't sort of get over the line.
Doesn't look like it
Oh, that's good.
based on
Well,
the exit polls.
depends on who you. I think for a
Yeah.
bit of stability, it's nice that middle of the road maybe are in there. Are
Oh, I
they?
think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And hopefully for a European sort of consensus on Ukraine, that might help out a bit too.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, so Euro strengthened up from that sort of point of view. This is though before the election, it was the end of last week, when the market closed. But then, it's like anything, you get sell, and a pullback, sell, and a pullback. So we'll just wait and see what sort of happens with it, as in overall. And we'll look down the euros anyway, and we'll see. Euro CAD, uh, that's been pulling up because of the Canadian dollar weakness. Never made it to the outside. It's sitting around the middle. So nothing there to take at the moment. And sure, the rules that we have limit the type of and amount of trades you take. I mean, we're wanting a good result from, a lower price to a higher price, or higher price to a lower price. As the market waves its way through those highs to lows. No green triangles, sitting in the middle. Again, it's this whole Swiss franc safety stuff around the middle. Euro GBP. Bit of a pullback thing. So again, we're just waiting for something, down this side. What's this? Retail sales, English. Okay. Well, and then all the European. So this is a sort of a non-event on Friday. Wasn't an up or down. So this shows there's a bit of strength in the British pound still to hold off euro pushing up. Right, Euro JPY. Come to half, come to quarter, and then it just kept coming down. I'm pretty sure that knocked me out. So lost that trade. That's okay.
Yeah.
Well, there were two trades there actually, lost both. We had a green triangle. Um, it came back in. When it changed green, I got in somewhere here and basically had my stop loss at the bottom of this candle here, not at the bottom here. So we'll see whether we'll be able to see in the next couple of days whether putting the stop loss a little bit further down on that rather than the candle before, whether that would have kept me in the trade without stopping out, or whether it doesn't matter and it would have stopped me out anyway. Yeah. So just monitor that one. I'll just put that one as a purple color because it's like, yes, I was in it, but we'll see what happens. All right, Euro NZD. Yeah, it's slowly grinding itself down to the other side. We did have a red up there, but there's no short until here. But for me, that probably would have been a trade, and slowly. Anyway, bit of a week. All right, Euro Singapore. And Tom, you don't trade this, but it's just been nothing significant here at all. All right, Euro USD. Still just working that way up and came down and knocked you out there. Oh no, you didn't do it. That's not that one, is it? It was the
Yeah.
NU, I think you said.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not to the rail at the moment. All right, now let's go through the GBPs. GA, very quiet, Tom. We've got lots going on.
Yeah, just got a lot going on. Just staying
Yeah.
busy.
No worries. And a little bit of turmoil back home. Okay. Rightio. GA sitting in the middle, nothing up, nothing down. Again, the market's just since sort of back here. Well, we got it started January. It really hasn't done a lot. GBP CAD, British pound strengthen up, but it's in the middle of the range. I think you got that, Darren. And then there was no triangle here, so you wouldn't have got into that. So anyway, I'm waiting for it to come to the outside, and then we'll see whether we get a sell back out on it. GBP CHF still sitting in the middle as well. Nothing to write home about on that. GJ, I'm still in this. Actually, I think that my stop loss is down here somewhere.
Yeah, it's the only one of the JPYs I'm still in.
Okay. Yeah. Significant drawdown, but anyway. Bit annoying we have a short, but anyway, we'll see what happens. All right, GBP NZD. Straight through that middle. If you look GA, it's not really sort of going up or down. GBP Singapore. I think you've been in it since down here somewhere with a double trade. Did it get to the 3/4 on that point?
No,
Not
not
okay.
made it.
So you're waiting for the pullback to get back up again. We'll see how it goes. And GU, that did make it, but it didn't. Pulled away from the rail.
Yeah, I'm still in it. Hopefully, early this week it'll
push itself
make
a
it to
little
the
bit
finishing
higher.
line and job done.
I'll just wait for it to turn around and come back.
I'm under the
Yeah.
full new rules.
Yep.
With 2 trades now, I would by now have let's have a look. With a tighter stop loss and 2 1% trades. I'd already have over 1%, wouldn't I? I think in the bank off the first position. Which is nice. Potentially that just under 2% if it, another 2% if it makes it to the
other side.
yeah. So it's potentially sort of 3.5%
Hmm.
under the new rules.
Which is nice. Hmm.
Yeah.
All right then. Let's move down. NZDs, NCAD. Still in that time? I think it's NCAD.
No, I had moved my stop loss up and it pulled back just a little and tapped me out of all the trades, which is fine. I profited
Yeah.
out of all of them.
Good. Stop profited. Lovely. All right then. Thank you. Well, that's still pushing up the NZDs. Just could have been in it from the trade over here, but anyway. And that's a 3/4 down low. Just everything's in a wave. NZD in the middle as well. It's not going to, we're waiting for something to come out the other side. It may or may not. NZD this is another one. I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, I'm in this still. That's right. Because I got in on that candle after it changed, and my stop loss is here just by the skin of its teeth. So let's see where market opens. It might go tick, yep, and then up, whatever, or not, or come back out to the outside of the rail. And it wouldn't matter if it would have to come outside. It would take out a stop loss if it's further. Anyway, we'll just observe it. Right, it's still on that sort of sell. It hasn't made the move to want to go back up. NU. It also too, it's coming close to the other side of the roll. We'll see how we go with that and whether we get a sell back out. So it's just a waiting time at the moment. I'm not going to put a pink one on it yet. SGD, Singapore dollar and Japanese yen. I'm pretty sure that one I got knocked out of as well.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I did too. So yeah, my stop loss was at the bottom of this candle here. Bang, out I go. 2 trades. Yeah. So that one, just observe and back, put purple on that to go like, well, what happened to it? Back testing. Okay, UCAD. Now, I've got a pink on it because it's sort of bouncing around here. We haven't got a change in trend bar. It's still red. The bands are quite tight. Anyway, it's not really, it's bouncing across here without coming outside the rail. Right, okay. USD CHF still just sideways moving, slowly going down. Nothing significant. UJ, this is one I was in. It did have a triangle. It disappeared, pulled up, and then just came down and took it all out. The Japanese yen's got some strength at the moment. Really pulling down. Okay, USD Singapore. That's also nearly. Oh, we got a green triangle. Okay. Yeah, so I got a pink on it, green triangle, bit of a buy up, but we've still got a red trend bar. And for you, Darren, you would need a long anyway.
Yeah.
For me, I just need a trend bar change. We'll see. But this could be that this sell could continue. So it could just pull back up and then go back down, pull back up, go back down as well. So this could be what is the change of the trend. Yeah. Anyway, just follow and see how it goes. All right. Gold. 2,935 an ounce. And lots of red triangles, just like you do here too. But you see that pulls back, then back up. Same sort of up here, get a little pullback. So still green, green, green. Not ready for a sellout yet. Silver is a similar, it's not outside the rail yet. But still pushing up. Bitcoin's still around that 95, 96,000. It's been sort of going sideways since, back here November. Before that, it did quite a big push up. Now it's sort of taking a breather, getting ready to work out whether it's down or up. And your oil, dropped off.
Drops off
What a
nicely on
drop.
Friday.
Yeah. Wow. Drill baby drill came through. Yeah. Well, you already made it to the 3/4 anyway, back somewhere here.
Yeah.
Just last week was seeing it pull back a bit, now dropped right off.
Well, we'll probably move the stop loss down. Now it's dropped off like that. I think hopefully
Move
it's
it.
out
What?
of that sort of phase of where it's ranging up and down, and it's it's on its way again. So I think time to move the stop loss down.
Okay, maybe what, to the top of this blue wick or something.
Yeah, to the yeah, just above there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Well, look,
So
there's no.
that last candle's broken the the sort of previous low there, hasn't it? Where it's been sort of bouncing off.
Oh, it's pretty well at it, I think. But that's okay. It's about equal to price current, to nearly equal to what that previous low was.
Yeah, but the previous one to that though, that's what we're looking at, aren't we? That's where it just slightly further to the left.
Oh yeah, over here.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's now it's now broken that. So I'll bring the stop loss to above that. That's the first of those two pullbacks.
Yeah, which from where you got in, which will give you, even if it comes back,
Or it'll still be a good profit.
Yeah, and you've already profited on the 3/4, so well done. Okay, that's the pairs. Now, there's nothing new at the moment. The market's not open. We haven't, so we'll see what sort of opportunities may come up for us this week or not. And we'll see what those JPYs, whether they're still in the downturn or stronger Japanese yen against everything else, because we don't have a Japanese yen category where it's the first currency pair. So it's always against something else. Well, that's a pretty quick wrap. And we'll see how we go tomorrow. Any other questions or feedback or observations or requests or no? We had a warm weekend again, Darren. It was mid-30s again.
It's just been a wet weekend here. It's been raining all day today. All day.
Oh, give us some rain, please.
Well, you can have some of ours. You can have some of ours.
Oh, I'd love some. I'd love a bit of long-term slow rain. Just get things anyway.
I just get sick of the sight of rain in this country, God. It's just.
Oh yeah, no, it's yeah. What is it? What will we say? That it rains sort of 10 months of the year, and the other two, the trees drip, don't they?
Yeah. No, I've not heard that one, but yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty wet and grey.
Wet and grey, yeah.
Yeah. What colour sky? Jeez.
Spring's around the corner.
Yeah, well, you've got summer. Oh, spring, that's right. You've got spring coming up. We've got our autumn.
Yeah.
So some of the trees are starting to drop a few leaves. So
yeah.
All right. Well, let's see if California becomes its own little country. Hey Tom, are the renegade states looking at joining into one country but in different locations, or are they going to run their own state as their own little country?
I'm not sure how this is all going to work because um, everybody in every state has different ideas of what should be happening.
Oh, that's why it's the United States, isn't it? Yes.
Right,
Hmm.
exactly.
The ununited states.
And now people are calling for Canada to step in and make us their 11th province.
Oh, get the other. That's great. Yeah. Sovereign. Mm.
And they want to change the name from Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America to the former Gulf of Mexico.
Mm,
It's just
mm.
a mess.
I think it's more a pissing contest, to be honest.
I think it's drug addled minds just fucking with people because they got nothing better to do but spend money.
Mm.
Elon
Yeah.
Musk is a ketamine addicted asshole.
Mm.
Trump is uh, what is that drug? Adderall. He's high on Adderall all the time.
Mm.
Our chief military guy's drunk. I mean, it's just a shit show.
Mm. Mm.
They fired a 4-star general to rehire a 1-star general with no record because the guy they fired was black and the guy they rehired was white. So out of five joint chiefs of staff, they kept all the white guys and fired the woman and the black guy.
Mm. It's very much a sort of a Nazi thing, isn't it? It's so much
It's
Germany,
straight
uh,
up Nazi.
straight out of the German sort of history books, isn't it?
Yep. They passed this Save Act and we're done.
The which?
The Save Act, which
Stay.
bans people from voting.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
But thank God Zelensky started the war. That's been cleared up.
Well, yeah, the world knows that that's not true,
Was
and
it
that
4%? He's detested in Ukraine, and now first of all Trump put that out, and now Elon Musk has repeated that Zelensky's detested in Ukraine.
it must be. It's so weird, isn't it? You've got a country that is fighting for its survival, s- and like if they detested him, they would just give up. It's not like they are. They anyway.
But does anybody believe that really? I mean, he
No,
clearly isn't. I mean, Musk
no.
knows he isn't, and Trump knows he isn't. So
Yeah. Well,
what's
I
the
don't know. In their mind, maybe they do think, or it's just
what
strategy
is that?
stuff.
What Putin's told them,
Mm,
and they're just taking it at face value off Putin. I don't know.
followed it. Yeah, no. Mm,
Well, with the new information, and this is true, with the new information that the Russians just gained under mysterious circumstances, they now have a nuclear plan to wipe out part of the United States that they need to invade through Canada. They just ran it on Russian TV. Now, where do you think they got that new military intel?
oh, maybe it was that. Maybe it was that black four-star general who's
Yeah,
defected.
yeah.
Just as well they got rid of him.
Yeah, they're showing plans of invasion here with the help of China, South Korea, and
No, North Korea.
who, right, North Korea, and
Hmm.
who's that guy in Bolsonaro? That's not no, that was I forget his name. Trump loves him because he's a dictator, but he's sitting on the Eastern Front basically, and him and Putin are buddies. And Trump's like,
Oh,
well, if you guys are,
Lushenko.
is that who it is?
Yeah, Lushenko from uh oh
Belarus.
thank you. That was what I was trying to remember. Belarus, yeah.
From where?
Belarus.
Belarus. That's what it was. Yeah.
Mm.
So they're saying,
Lushenko.
okay, so Trump is now joining North Korea, China, going against Africa, going against the European nations, joining up with Russia to overcome Ukraine, which will give them a leaping point into the European nations as we trailblaze through Canada towards Russia. Telling you, man, this is not going to end well.
Mm.
And Dare, did you say Germany has dodged their far right?
Yeah, looks like it. According to the exit polls, they once the voting stopped, and the prediction is that the far right party have come second.
Good.
That's the prediction. But they've made substantial gains. Yeah, they're now they'll be the second largest party.
Mm. Oh well.
Yeah, we're all in trouble. We're all
Uh,
in this together. We're all in trouble.
we're all on the one planet, that's right. But I'm a long way away.
Yeah, but you're going to be affected as well.
Oh yeah. But to a lesser extent.
So what you're saying is you have an extra room for me there.
Well, we could organise something when things turn belly up, I tell you, or if they do. But no, yeah, we are a long way away from a whole lot of stuff. So nowhere near Europe. You know, everything is sort of upside down here. You know, the water goes down the drain hole the other way. You know, people just don't get used to any of those sort of things.
I'm a quick study. I'll learn quickly.
We'll just see what happens to the markets. That's really what more important to me at this point. It's
Well, sort of a hard right party. That's under Farage. The latest opinion polls, he's now ahead. He's leading in sort of current opinion polls slightly, and the
mm.
parties, which is surprising. I mean, if we end up with him as prime minister, I'm leaving the country. I think that's it. That's it. I'm gone.
Well, you've got principles, Darren.
Uh,
I think it's a big shift around the world. So where we haven't they haven't called an election here as yet, but they're in election mode. The prime minister and everybody's chucking money everywhere. So, you know, rubbish and just the whole thing. It's just they get in and then nothing happens. It's just typical. But the word on the street is the two major parties will just not get enough to have complete control, and it'll be all the independents and that which they'll have to count on or get a guarantee that those independents will vote with them to be able to create, because it's like there's 150 seats in the parliament, like in the lower house, a bit like what you have, Darren, same sort of thing. There's a lower house and an upper house, and there's 150 seats, and you need I think it's 76. And so at the moment, neither of them will be able to get 76. So we had that, I don't know whether it was 10, 12 years ago or something. The same situation occurred, and there were two independents they had to choose which side they would
yeah.
align with. And yeah, there's a lot of furor about that. But they're predicting that this may be the same situation. So they're grilling the independents of like, well, if this party hasn't got enough or this party, which one are you going to go with? Go, well, we don't know who's going to give us a deal, you know?
So have you not got a far right party that's doing well?
No,
Not really.
no, no. None of that sort of thing is particularly happening here. No. So you have a you have a sort of a more conservative sort of business market driven sort of party, or you have a sort of a union
Yeah, yeah.
labor sort of party.
It's the same as
That's really the
same as
thing.
our two main parties, but we've just got this, reform
N-
party here.
No, we don't have that at this point.
The problem in this country,
I think.
it's all because of immigration. That's what's increased their popularity. Because of this net migration into the country, and the main parties have just been unable to stop it. Just and I don't see how Reform Party would do any better. Really, it's very easy when the party is not in power
Oh yeah, they
to
can
say
say
that
whatever they
we
want.
will sort it out, but they don't. I don't remember hearing them come up with any
Hmm,
fantastic ideas.
no.
Um,
Hmm. Yeah, well, immigration is an issue here too of
yeah.
countries, but they got to get across shark
But
infested
you've got a big country,
waters.
you're still a big country, aren't you? Quite a low population, I suppose. That's the difference. We've
Yeah,
got
but you got to
60
remember
odd million in a really small country. That's the thing here, and
yeah,
it really bothers a lot of people. It doesn't
mm,
bother me too much, but it bothers a lot of people. It does, and
mm.
that's how
Yep.
this reform party of
So we have a large parts of the country that are really not conducive to habitation.
no, true, yeah,
It's
yeah,
not unless you want to eat snakes and try
yeah,
and kill spiders, but a lot of it's too hot, too dry, not enough
yeah,
water,
yeah,
all that sort of stuff. So
yeah,
yeah, but I think it's more at the moment here. It's more, one of the hot topics is housing, affordability. The price of houses have gone up because there's just not enough stock. There's not enough houses
we've got we've got
to
that, yeah, we've got that in a
for
big way
for
here.
people to choose because they're bringing and one of the big reasons is like the reasons why we have all this what you called it net migration. The government's bringing people in so that the unemployment doesn't, and so we don't go to recession. So it looks good. So it's all manipulation. I mean, if we didn't have migration at the levels we do, we would have been in recession without a
Oh
doubt,
yeah,
like
yeah.
New Zealand has.
Well, I think
Um,
that's part of the reason the main parties haven't really. That's probably partly why they haven't really tackled the issue because they know the repercussions of the impact on the economy.
yeah.
That's the thing. There's no doubt. I mean,
Mm.
you know, even now because of coming out of the EU, the certain sectors are just short of just haven't got
Oh, the qualified people to
they
be
haven't got
able
enough
to,
people to fill
yeah.
jobs. So
Mm.
um,
Yeah. Well, it's yet that I think also too the stock market. I've been waiting for a long time, and you've heard me saying it before. It's way overpriced. Um, the money's in the stock market. That really isn't the value isn't there, and it's like there's a reset coming at some point. History has given it where the stock market climbs and then drops, and a whole lot of people lose money, and then it climbs again. So, um, not dissimilar to, the FOREX market. Anyway,
yeah.
well, until tomorrow, how does that sound?
Yeah, that was good.
Tom, I don't envy where, where you're at, mate. But it must look bleaker and bleaker every day.
Every day.
You
They just
think
get rid
this?
of,
Hmm,
I'm saying they're just getting rid of programs and people, and discrimination laws are gone, and they're getting ready to wipe out voting for women. They're getting ready to just wipe out voting for black people.
hmm,
It's just out of control. Just out of control. Elon Musk is just, I can't stand that motherfucker.
hmm. Yeah, he's
I
He
certainly
saw
is a
shown.
that,
straight ass Nazi.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
issued, it's been sent to all government employees, hasn't it, or something that they have to justify or show what value they add their job, and if they can't, they're going to get fired. That's gone out, hasn't it? I saw that in the news.
Yeah, that went out, and if they don't respond, they're automatically resigned.
Yeah,
They're terminated.
Good stuff,
And
eh?
you hear the maggots here going, "Yay!" Close everything down. Get rid of the IRS, get rid of the FBI, get rid of the and now they did the exact same thing to the CIA, which is hilarious because the CIA has been right wing forever, and now they're getting clipped by the right wing. Entire forestry departments are gone. They had to shut down the John F. Kennedy, uh, our previous president's library and memorial because they fired everybody there. They're getting rid of public education. Yeah, I'm looking at other countries going, "Hey, maybe moving ain't such a bad idea." And then I find out they're going right wing too, and it's like,
yeah.
well, hell,
Not every
it's going to take
country
a
is.
whole lot of people just to stand up and go, "Enough of this bullshit. Let's wipe out and topple some governments."
Mhm. That's what I think it'll come to. It'll come to a civil. It'll come to civil unrest. Mm.
Yeah, and they're talking about it within like probably the next 100 days.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, if you get enough unemployed people
Yeah.
and enough pissed off people, yeah, for no reason, that's a
Well,
lot.
who other than his base? Yeah, other than his 25% base of the United States population of 219 million people, the 25% of his base still supports him around the world. Every leader hates him. They all hate him. They're just what they want. But none of these countries really like him. So if he was to be whatever, I can't say, uh, who are they
Mm,
going to blame?
mm,
Because
mm,
literally everybody but his base hates him.
mm, mm.
I'm waiting for some government to step up somewhere and go, we really don't need him in power anymore.
No.
Because if they
Mm,
can't do it, it's going to take the American people to revolution and wipe out the entire system to start from scratch again.
mm.
And equally as bad standing behind him is JD Vance.
Yeah, yeah.
He's just a horrible human being.
Mhm.
So I mean, either they all go or we crash.
Oh, God. It's yeah. And you reckon the weather's grey in England now? Jeez, it's pretty. Things are. Hmm. Well, Tom, just keep positive. There will be an end. it's like anything in life. There's always change. Not necessarily positive,
Right.
but sometimes it has to happen for the end result, and there'll be pain in between,
Yep.
unfortunately. Mm. And you got power hungry, crazy people. They won't go away. Rightio. Well, we might see you here soon then, Tom. We'll see how things go, mate.
All right.
And Darren, just see if Farage, well, you don't. Well, no, you don't have elections for a while, though, do you? I
Oh
mean,
no, we've got over
you
4 years yet before
you've
the
got you got Starmer to run the.
yeah. I mean they're going to have to yeah, they're going to have to deliver results soon, or they're just going to fall behind Farage and Reform in the polls, and that'll be it. But they've got time yet to do that, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, I suppose there's a few pissed off people. It's like anything. They voted them in because they didn't want what they had, and the current people say they're going to give them what they want, and they're not doing it. And so it's just how it keeps turning.
Yeah.
The thing is, in the US, Tom, you had all these people, the swing voters, all voted for him. Like, they're getting the medicine now. I don't think they've realized, you know, what they say they're going to get and what they've got are two different things.
Yeah, he's about to remove. Think about this. He's getting ready to remove all budget ceilings, which means he will have unlimited money. Unlimited. There's no limit. There's no stops, no boundaries, no nothing. He can
Mhm.
spend as much as he wants. Because they were talking about raising the budget ceiling to $4 trillion again. And it's like that's going to blow a hole in our economy that we may never recover from. And he's like,
But
"You're
but
right. You're
but
right. Let's not raise."
him and Elon are saying that 3 trillion is too much, and they're trying to pull it back. And now it's just so many dichotomies in it, or oxymorons, isn't it? It's like at one time they're saying it's too much, and another time they're going, well, we want no limits. So it's
Right,
crazy.
exactly. So the original plan was to raise it by $4 trillion. That was the original budget extension. Usually they do, budget extensions of $800 billion for 6 months or whatever it is. Trump's just saying, fine, we'll just do $4 trillion over the next 4 years, and we'll do it that way. And everybody was panicking, saying, no, that's too much. And he's like, you're right. Why have a budget limit at all? It should just be unlimited. With all these tariffs we're going to put on, we're going to make money. It's just like, God damn. I swear, the maggots are the stupidest humans on the planet.
I'm just reading something
They will
actually.
believe anything he says.
The new this new FBI director has told his employees to hold off on responding to the this Elon Musk email, asking them to list their accomplishments. So you've got a bit of disagreement there. So it's when they start disagreeing with each other, the infighting starts. So this is the Elon Musk driven sort of email that's gone out, and so you got that Kash Patel, the newly appointed FBI director, saying telling him don't respond.
Maybe it went to the junk mail.
Yeah.
I didn't see it went to junk.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, all right, gentlemen,
Disagreement there. So
have have a good day, whatever that is, or a good sleep, Darren, and I'll see you tomorrow. We'll see once the market opens up what happens.
yeah.
See what this week
All
brings
right.
us. All right then.
Okay, see you.
Till then. Ciao.